Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle from Homelessheart, and today I'm taking you with me to Bath. We're going to go buy some cookies and we're going to find out a bit more about the big issue. Hey, today we're off to Bath. It's the school holidays, so I'm in charge. I'm being Auntie Michelle today. I've got my sister's 4 kids that I'm looking after. Their ages are 11 to 15. In Bath they've got the best place to buy cookies, Ben's Cookies. So if you're in the area, if you have a chance to get to Bath, then please do check them out. I'll put a link below. They're so beautiful, the Ben's Cookies, and they make them fresh. They usually do a deal, we buy so many, so we're going to do that today and hopefully hand them out to some people that are homeless as a kind of a treat for today. And we're also hoping to buy a big issue. So this week it's got Vera Lynn on the front cover, so I'm hoping very much that we can get one of those. And we'll take you along for the ride. Okay, see you later. Okay, so we've arrived in Bath, found a parking space, so that's pretty cool. We're actually near the top, and look, it's pretty empty. Anyway, I'm just going to flip it over so you can show you something. In the distance you can see Julian House. They're a homeless charity in Bath, and they do loads of fundraising events. They're brilliant. I'm hoping to do a big sleep out next year. I think it's in March. Park. Anyway, we're all itching to go. I think the Ben's Cookies are calling, so we'll see you soon.
So, do you want to stay there?
Okay, so here we are in beautiful Bath. We've handed out the Ben's Cookies and we're now on way to buy the big issue. So I'll show it to you when I've got it. Hey, so we got it. Here it is. The one with Vera Lynn on it. So I'm looking forward to having a little look through. I'll give you a little breakdown of what's in it later. In the meantime, oh my God, check out this beautiful cathedral. I'll see if I can show you it. Just great place to visit. Anyway, see you later. Hello again. Right, so we're back home the following day, and we're going to have a little look at the big issue that we bought in Bath. Here it is. So first things first, with every issue they do one big interview, and the person that they're doing the big interview about is always on the front. So there is inside a really great interview with Vera Lynn herself. You might remember the songs "We'll Meet Again." Okay, can't sing, I won't carry on. Okay, so should we dive in? Let's go. Okay, so first time rolling into the inside cover, it gives an introduction to one of the vendors. In this case it's Bev. I'll just read a little bit of what she says, which is, welcome to this week's big issue. I have a long history with the magazine. I first started selling it around 20 years ago in Peterborough, and then later on she gives a more in-depth interview. There's 5 regions across the UK where the big issue is created. So for the southwest it's got its own version of the magazine. and that's what you get to see a bit more about on this page. So this page is the big list. The next page is called Platform. You can just see it there. It's one of those sort of letters pages, which I actually love hearing about what other people think. So one of the questions that they posed on social media was, why isn't the government tackling the holiday hunger crisis? So this is about the parents that can't afford to feed children during the summer holidays, which is really difficult. One of the comments was, kudos to the big issue for the relentless barrage of holiday hunger coverage. Keep the stories coming, we need a policy change. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Okay then, so moving on, we've got some different articles, so I won't sort of tell you about those because you need to buy a magazine yourself. Let's moving on. And we get to the article about Vera Lynn. There's lots of questions in the article, but one of them, I love her answer, which is, my main memories of those days are about the sense of community that we all had. Everyone came together to do their bit. It was really quite inspirational to see that optimism and team effort. I have never seen anything quite like it since, and I think she's right. I think she's absolutely right. So here at Homelessheart, let's be part of the solution. Let's try and come together and be a community of change. So moving on, we then have a culture section, one of my favourite bits in the magazine, I have to say. And on the first page, you always get given some street art. This particular street art is of Battersea Power Station, and it was done by someone who has mental health issues and a long-term self-limiting illness, but she submitted this piece. I'll give you a quick show there. Okay, so then at the back you get a crossword and a Sudoku. I'm useless at both, but I know that there are some of you out there that absolutely love those. I know my dad loves his Sudoku, so there's that too. So I've only shown you a few bits of the magazine. Admittedly, it is thin. Let me show you. But it is full of content. It's full of great content, and it's weekly. So they sell 83,000 copies a week. And in case you didn't know, the vendors, who are the people that sell the magazine, they call them vendors, and they buy the magazine themselves for £1.25, and then they stand there and sell it for £2.50. And they see themselves as small businesses. So when you go up to buy the issue, I mean, I love to stand and have a chat and just see how their day is. But if you didn't want to stand and chat, that's absolutely fine. They understand it's a business transaction. And what I think about is those times when I go to a big town or a city and they're standing there and they're not selling one for ages. I mean, it really is hard work. Okay, so I have a tip for you. Whenever I'm going to a big town or city, I dig into my purse and I find a £5, and I pop that in my back pocket so that when I'm out and about, I can just whip it out and buy the big issue from the first person that I see. I always let them keep the change. I think the magazine is worth a £5 anyway, but of course they make such little profit on the magazine that a £5 will just help things along. And I have another tip. Okay, so you might be sat there thinking, I don't go to as big towns, I don't go to the city very often, but I'd quite like to contribute. You can still do that. You can do it online. So what I'll do is I'll put it in the links at the bottom. So although I've not used that service before, I know it is available, and knowing that the magazine is as good as it is, then I'm sure you'll find it value for money too. Okay, so I think that's everything for today. Thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed your journey to Bath, the visit to Ben's Cookies, and the read through of the magazine. I hope it inspires you to maybe buy one next time that you're out and you see one. But until next time, goodbye.